We return to the adventuring party.
Okay.
Sneak around. Sneak.
Okay, they're coming.
Run away. Run away.
That's the first time I've just had fun with a match in a long time.
Hey there, role players, gamers, geeks, freaks, and everyone in between. Welcome to Deacon's Table. I am DknBluez, your resident dungeon master, and I will be guiding us through the story this evening. This is Southern Expanse, episode 13, A Few Days in Elderlock. It is a D&D 5e live play, and we're going to go in and meet our players now. And we'll find out who they are and who it is or what it is that they're playing. So without further ado, let's bring up and we're missing one. Where did she go? There she is. All right. So we'll start with the person who just joined us last, now that the computer is fixed. So I'm going to throw Kiri on the spot right at the beginning. Kiri, who are you? And who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Kiri Morning, and I'm playing Rynn, the psychotic and catnip-infused cat girl.
Excellent. And beside Kiri is Jenny. Jenny, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hi there. I'm playing Kian Reshar. She's a Serpentale of the Covenant class, and she's a subclass of Elder Spirit. Kind of a fighter, kind of a paladin, kind of a warlocky combination.
Warlocky kind of vibe going on. Yeah, that kind of thing. And of course,
and we're level 4.
Beside her, we have Dave. Dave, who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, my name is Dave, and I'm playing that cute little bird up there, Solvarr. And he's a Canarian, and he is of the Luminary class, Birdfolk.
Birdfolk, little guy. And then next to him, we got Ken. Ken, who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Ken the Friend. You can find me on Discord and YouTube as Ken the Friend. And I'm playing Jorrack, the coralback who punches.
Yeah, he hits things. He
hits things
hard sometimes.
Sometimes.
And as I mentioned, I'm DknBluez, a.k.a. real name Chris, but I prefer DknBluez or Deacon or what have you. And we're going to carry on our we're going to carry on our storyline of Southern Expanse. But just so everybody watching is aware, a lot of classes were just mentioned that you may not have heard of, or even ancestries either. That is because these are original ancestries and original character classes. So you'll get to kind of know and get a feel for what they can do and what their ancestry is all about as we move forward. So without any further ado, let us... I got to close my Facebook. My apologies. I just wanted to make sure that Facebook actually was working. So yes, we are live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and we're live on Twitch. I only get
no kick.
The choice of, no kick. I decided to switch to Facebook right now because I have more of a following on Facebook. So let's see what happens. So, where last we left, the Scarlet Reaver had gone into the harbor to kind of scout things out, made a few connections, and then left the harbor gates and have anchored just outside of the harbor gates, because doing the type of trade that they want to do within the gates, within the actual harbor itself, would probably not be the most wise in this particular city. This city is massive and expansive, so they are more there, and they are kind of waiting on their contacts at this point. You've been told that you will be given leave to actually go into the city for one, to escort the first shipment of marble in, and then to see what comes of that from there on, because you guys now are kind of scouting for loot and treasure, to be part of it and to bring those ideas back to the captain for approval on things to do. And hello Goose, and welcome. Glad you were able to join us. So All right. So the Scarlet Reaver currently drifts in open water. As I said, it's anchored, but it is kind of drifting side to side. The current's pretty calm, just beyond the Elderlock harbor. The crimson sails have been furled like great wings at rest, because those sails are quite massive and enchanted. So they have all been kind of let down and furled to they are just at rest at this point. Don't want to draw any more on the attention to herself than what she already does. A thin mist clings to the jade cliffs on one half of the city, wrapping the city ahead in a quiet, uneasy shroud. What you see is on the eastern side of the city are these higher elevation rises quite steeply, and there are high cliff faces on the western side, and of course you see green forest in behind, off in the distance there. On the eastern side, however, when the cliff comes down and it levels out onto level ground, it's desert badlands. Half the city is pretty much a desert. Other if it's not up high in the cliffs, it's desert, and it continues desert as it goes eastward as well. So that is kind of out of the city, but it is massive. There's probably close to 1 million people that actually live in Elderlock. It is the only known, and you're finding this out you're having communications. There's other crew members on the ship, so you'd be talking amongst the crew as you're there. Elderlock is the only civilization in the entire region of the Jade Forest. And it is governed by a group of specific types of warriors from the Jade Forest, which is further inland, and monks from the Monastery of Shadow that is on top of the hill. They are the controlling factions within this city itself. So, no gulls cry, no dock hands that you can hear that distance away. Only the soft wash of waves against stone breaks the silence. A flat-bottomed barge pulls alongside the ship. 3 Vulpus smugglers stand upon it. These are, for those of you that don't know, these are fox-like humanoids. Rynn, you are very familiar with Vulpus. They're again, beast folk are pretty notorious around the Taishihiro Empire. So you are familiar with their ancestry, and their lineage. Shouldn't say ancestry because you're both beast folk. Their lineage is, of course, the Vulpus. And they're there. They have alert, sharp eyes, fur speckled with salt. One gestures briskly for you guys to board, as the other 2 come up and they begin to cast spells to move these large slabs of marble onto the barge. At the center of the barge at this point is where they're loading the marble up, and there is a silken sheet that looks like off to the side that they probably plan on covering it up with.
What? No.
Beneath, as they're doing it, you guys can hear it, and the 4 of you again. The 4 of you are unique because you have been able to sort of attune to the marble. You sense that hum coming from it as it's being moved, going softly, and then once they get it all loaded up, and you guys are on board, it continues to hum, and they cover it with the cloth. The sound, you feel it more than hear it, is probably a good way of putting it. Now that you're getting more used to it. The leader at this point, the one that waved you on the thing, he's as kind of looks at the 4 of you and says, "Don't speak unless you must." Elderlock listens, and that's all he says. And at that, the barge begins to push away. Behind you, slowly, the Scarlet Reaver vanishes into the mist, and ahead, you cross into the harbor gates, and the silent city awaits. With that, what do you guys? I mean, you're on the. It's probably going to take a better part of a couple of hours for this barge, or at least an hour to get to the harbor. What are you guys doing?
Okay, so are we on the barge?
You're on the barge.
Oh, we are on the barge. Okay.
Yeah, this is how you're getting to the city because the ship's not going in. So you're escorting the first load of marble.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you mentioned about the hearing the humming again, because my intention was, I know they've been unloading some of this marble, and I was going to go down in the galley to find out, or the hold, pardon me, to find out the status of the marble, as some of it is being taken away. I was going to listen to, is there like a cry? Is there a sadness? Is there a happiness? Do they, does the marble okay where the marble is
So
going?
you're looking for a change in what you've been.
Yeah, that's what I'm basically looking at.
You really don't. As the first sheet was taken away, you notice a slight variation, but it only lasts a moment, and then it just kind of sinks back up again, and you hear that resonant hum.
Okay.
So it's really not changing as they've loaded, and they only get about. I mean, these are kind of blockish, so they get about 5 blocks on the barge, and it pretty well puts the barge low in the water, and there's still quite a bit left. So they're going to have to make several trips at this as they go in. Now, anybody else doing anything for the time that they're on the ship? And again, it's an open barge. There's no under deck. You're just kind of sitting there with the marble on the deck.
Well, Jorrack is kind of. He knows that they're kind of supposed to lay low, but right now he's on the deck of the barge, off on the side. He's withdrawn into his shell and feeling the vibration hum from the marble. It's kind of lulled him to sleep. So he's kind of snoozing on the deck right now.
Okay. So Jorrack is kind of off to the side and nodding off a little bit. Is Rynn or Kian doing anything specific?
Rynn is going to also attempt to commune with the stone to see if her previous connection can glean any new information.
Okay, you're getting about the same thing that Solvarr is. That at first, when you guys first got on board the thing, there was a slight variation difference, but it went away. Maybe just because it's a change of environment or what have you. Again, you're not quite sure how it's communicating or what it's really communicating. Anything. It doesn't seem to be in distress. It doesn't seem to be crying out or anything like that. It's just a resonant hum. Kian, are you doing anything or just kind of enjoying the ride?
Just stand there and scan the coastline and harbor and in a guarding position.
Okay. As you guys are going, as I said, it's about an hour, maybe a little bit, give or take. You've been pretty quiet, nodding off a few times, Jorrack. For Solvarr and Rynn, you're both monitoring the marble, in a sense. There is a moment in which there is some current that comes into the harbor, where it comes from, probably from underwater vents, air vents, or what have you. But there is a patch that you go through. It's a little bit rough, and some of the blocks are kind of they're banging together a little bit and looking like they're going to tip at a few points. I mean, it's pretty well secured, but I need Rynn and Solvarr to make me strength checks to try and steady or maybe retighten or refasten some of the straps.
Said strength?
Yeah, just a strength or like an athletics check, actually, if you're proficient in it.
Oh, that would be better. Actually, my athletics is 0. 6.
Okay. So you're
11.
not much help.
11.
Okay, you actually are.
Oh,
You manage to. You're not able to really steady it because the weight, and especially when Rynn is there, not really pulling her weight. You kind of think it's going to shift, but you manage to cinch up on one of the straps, and it secures it in place a little bit more snug. Kian, because you're paying attention to the city as this is all going on and kind of looking out as you're getting closer to the docks, I need you to make me a perception check.
Oh.
And you're getting closer to the city.
17.
11.
Oh,
That's exactly what you needed. As Elderlock is drawing closer, you hear nobody is saying anything on the deck of the ship, of the barge. You hear the water, obviously. But as the city draws closer, you are starting to realize something, and especially because you're, again, meditate a lot and you center in on that. There's something very unsettling as you get closer. Your own breathing seems louder than the city itself at this point, which for such a massive city, and you see movement, like you do see lights and whatnot and lanterns. Like it is evening. Obviously, they're not going to be doing this under the broad daylight. It's under the cover of night that this is going on, and it seems odd as you move forward. Where are we here? I should have put that on the screen. I forgot.
It seems too quiet.
Should have put that up.
Quiet. A little too quiet.
Too quiet. Oh, we don't want to get into singing that song, that's for sure.
Look, it's Chris. A little too Chris.
All right, I'm just making an adjustment. Yeah, making an adjustment here.
Little too adjustment.
There we go. As you guys, as the barge pulls up into the dock area, it's on one of the outlying docks of the harbor. It's not one of the main piers they're out. There are many ships in the harbor here, which again makes things just a little bit more unsettling. That the ships that you see, there's not a lot of noise coming from anybody. It's not that there's no noise. It's very, very quiet, intentionally so. As you kind of they jump off and they tie off the moorings. The monks unload the marble using whatever magic they used the first time around, and they load it onto a wheeled cart that is waiting, and it's padded with a thick leather. There is an elder monk. This is not one of the Vulpus. This fellow is. Where did he go? I just lost him. Okay, never mind. He introduces himself as he's Elder Moran. He looks to be the oldest amongst this group of monks that are waiting to load up the marble, and he bows deeply to you guys as you depart the barge. His skin is veined with a pale quartz that it looks very rocky, like his skin itself, but it's veined with what looks like quartz throughout his skin, and it glows faintly in the moonlight. And then he kind of looks at you guys as they finish loading up the wagon. He says, walk with us, please. The city watches what the wind cannot carry. And as he begins to walk away into the streets, are you guys saying anything, doing anything?
I think Kian would be freaked out by how quiet it is and what he said, and would just be walking alongside him, monk-like, trying to imitate them.
Okay. Anybody else?
Now, Jorrack's half asleep. He's just following along. He hasn't picked up yet the quietness of the city. It's nice. So he doesn't say anything. He's just trudging along behind everyone.
Rynn is kind of withdrawn into herself, a fair bit quieter and more subdued than usual. So it kind of stands out to her companions. But she's trying to figure out why all of this seems familiar to her.
Okay.
I am going to.
She's just racking her brain. She knows something, but she doesn't know what it is or why she knows it.
Okay.
I'm just
I'm
going to
need you to
break
make
out
a
in a
perception check, and then I'll move to Solvarr. Solvarr, what were you doing? So Solvarr, what were you? What are your actions? What are you working on?
I'm actually, as we're walking along, I'm breaking out in melodic chant, singing about the big marble on the travels and finding its place and its destiny, kind of making it sound like I'm just making a song of what's happening.
Okay. All right. That's fine. So you're doing that. You can make a performance check if you like. I take it you're keeping it quieter. You're not.
I'm just a little bird.
Okay. So it's just like a quiet sound.
Yeah.
What did you roll on your perception, Rynn?
I put it in the chat. 19.
Okay. Yeah. I generally don't get a chance to check the chat, just to let you know.
You should give us like mod things so we can add chats up because you keep missing them.
Yeah, I don't know how to do. Oh, yeah. Well, I can do that if I. Yeah, we don't have that kind of access on StreamYards. I can add one other person. So you rolled a 19. As you're quiet and you're kind of traveling along and you're very subdued, and everybody is noticing that Rynn doesn't seem like herself. You spot as you're going. I mean, there's the group of monks that are with you. Primarily, they're just walking alongside the cart, whereas the elders kind of walking with you guys as you go. But off at one point, because as you're moving through these streets, you're kind of descending. It's kind of like a downward slope away from the cliff faces and the monastery. There are marble terraces that reflect, the lights and the lanterns. Doors open and close quietly. People pause silently a little bit at the distance as you pass. Some bow, some step back and out of the way, all without a word. And Solvarr, you'll notice it as you're singing. The hum from that marble, you're getting a different tone of hum from the stone beneath your feet. But as that's going on, Rynn, as I said, you're thinking and you're looking around and you're trying to jar. Something seems out of place. You spot an individual a little bit different than the ones that you see kind of step aside or bow or what have you. Those are just everyday common folk that go. You notice a figure in a moss green cloak and hood, kind of standing there for a moment and with looks like some kind of a gleam from a brooch or a pin on their cloak that seems to be watching your group with keen interest. But as you're kind of noticing it, and as you turn to actually pay more attention, they melt back into the alleyways. You've seen, you don't know how or where, but you have seen that brooch before, that pin. You've seen people wearing something similar attire to that. Again, you're not sure how. It's almost like a deja vu you're having. You're just like, wait, I know that. Again, you just can't piece it from where. And it's, as you guys move forward. And eventually, as you're going, the polished terraces, they give way to sand. And eventually you come over top of a hill, and you see weathered grave markers protruding from dunes like broken teeth. As you're kind of cresting this part of the road, and kind of deeper in this burial, obviously it's a burial ground of some kind, you see a shrine. Its columns half buried, its stone worn smooth by centuries of wind. That's what you see as you are proceeding. The wind shifts as you enter this cemetery space because they're going right into it. They veer off the road, and the cart is taking the marble towards this shrine. Sound changes. Your footsteps no longer, echoing on stone. That hum, that secondary hum that you were kind of noticing, Solvarr, isn't there. It goes, and it's now your feet sinking into sand. You get closer. Rows of broken statues stand, watch over the entrance to the shrine. However, their faces have long since been worn away by the sands and the wind. The marble itself continues its steady hum, to the point where you notice, Solvarr and Rynn, it's vibrating the cart.
It's vibrating what?
It's vibrating the actual cart.
Oh.
Rynn gives Solvarr a knowing look and kind of nods her head towards the cart.
At that, you notice the elder that's walking with you. He reaches out and he touches the silk cover over top of the marble. Kind of got a strange look on his face. If you want, you can make an insight check.
Sure.
I think it's time to take flight.
$14.
Okay. Anybody else make an insight? Or just random?
I guess if we're there, I'm watching it, so.
Well, as I said, the elder kind of touches it, and he's got this odd look on his face for a second.
21.
Okay, you two both notice that the look he has is reverence. He clearly knows more than what the average individual knows. And you both hear, as you're kind of noticing that, he very quietly, as he's touching it, he says something. He says, "We're close." The shrine waits.
Rynn kind of casually goes closer to him and says, "Do you hear it too?"
Who's the him?
The elder.
The Elder Marn.
Yeah.
He's a Aaron, by the way, in case you're wondering. He is he's an element folk of the element stone. So that's why, again, he's got stone-like skin and this vein, a quartz vein running through under his skin. So in case you're wondering what he is. So
I gathered as much.
You say that very quietly, and he just kind of looks at you and nods. Doesn't say anything. He just nods. Anybody else doing anything as you're approaching this shrine with these looks like statues with the faces worn off? There's sigils and markings here and there on some of the statues and above the doors. Is anybody doing anything with those? Anybody focusing on the hums again? Rynn's doing her thing at this point, talking to the elder, but Kian, Solvarr, Jorrack.
Can Kian come up to the elder and just ask? Just curious, but I had thought that the stone would be going to the temple. Why here?
He just he smiles, doesn't answer you.
Jorrack, I don't know if the cart is still vibrating. He'll put his hands
Yes.
on it to try to absorb some of the vibrations, try to calm it down so it doesn't like make a lot of noise or rattle too much. So he's trying to steady the cart a little bit.
Are
as they
you
get
sitting
closer.
on the cart, or are you just kind of walking alongside it?
He's walking alongside it.
You sense the vibration of the marble, the vibration of the cart, and it seems to start, perhaps absorbed is a good word for it, maybe, as it's kind of rolling along across the sand towards the entrance of this shrine.
He just wants to make sure it doesn't start making noise or start rattling a bolt off or something like that. So he's just keeping it steady.
Again, you notice
Yeah.
it seems okay. Something's a little bit off. Solvarr?
Sorry. I'm a little concerned. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly up and get on top of the marble.
Yep.
And I'm going to touch the marble. And without saying anything, I'm trying to emote whether or not the marble is willing itself to be here.
Make me an Arcana check.
Sorry?
Make me an Arcana check.
16.
With a 16, because you were the one individual that really noticed before you left onto the sand that there was a resonance from the marble, but there was a different tone from beneath the surface.
Mm-hmm.
You're sensing that tone from beneath the surface again, and the marble resonance. The tones seem to have come closer together now.
Okay.
Where it's almost like an echo rather than two distinct, and you're noticing that.
Okay.
Jorrack will try one more thing.
Yep.
He'll go to the guy and kind of tap him, and he'll actually sign, should we be concerned? Because he'll attempt sign language to see if the guy knows it.
What type of signing? Like,
I just have common, whatever.
okay, so you're just trying to make kind of like a mime situation or whatever. Or
Well,
charades.
Well,
like.
I don't know if sign language is a thing in this world. If
Not
it's
really.
not, okay, then I'll.
It's like a charades would be signing, I guess. You'd have.
Yeah, he'll do that because he's had to do that in his past. But
So okay, what are you trying to ask him in this? In your
basically, should we be concerned, or is this worrying?
he just kind of shakes his head no.
Okay.
And as you reach the foot of the shrine, and you've gotten close, there's several steps that go up to the doors. Elder Marin turns to you. He raises a hand to his chest and gestures of thanks. That kind of, type of thing. You know what I mean? That's like a common gesture, like kind of like this would be. You would get some of those. And then very quietly, again, he's still very quiet. You've carried the burden faithfully. Grieva remembers every step of honor.
What?
And with that, he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out small tokens from within the robe. Polished stones etched with a faint sigil on them. And then he offers one to each of you. And he says, for your protection against what wakes below.
Do I recognize the symbol?
Make me anybody who's got it, make me a religion check.
Well, Jorrack will sign back, thank you.
19.
Okay.
I mean, you mean it has a proficiency in religion?
No, anybody can make a religion check.
I'll make one.
If you're proficient, you get bonus, but I mean,
Never mind.
okay.
19 for myself.
Okay.
18 for Jorrack.
Okay. So 3 of you know that this is a prayer stone to Grieva.
Well,
And
he
I-
said it was.
Pull out my
It allows you to re-roll a failed wisdom saving throw once.
I pull out my medallion of Grieva and ask him if he knows anything about this.
You are where you belong. And again, he's trying very hard to keep things quiet. This is a shrine to Grieva. This is the crossover between the living and the dead.
I must speak with Grieva.
You can see a
I'm
chuckle.
going to get you audience. You sign the appointment book.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to seek that audience for the past 14 years. I haven't really been granted one yet, but perhaps you never know.
Well, she
She
gave
does
me
speak
this.
in other ways.
She gave me this.
She gave you that directly? And then he kind of points up to a few of these statues that have no faces, but they have very striking features and whatnot with hair and whatnot. And they're all different. None of them look familiar to you.
Jorrack raises a finger. Isn't this the season of fading? Shouldn't it be easier to communicate?
We can all communicate with the gods. Do they listen?
Yeah.
We believe that during this month, Grieva hears all. Grieva remembers all. This month.
Maybe she'll remember who I am.
Perhaps you'll get an opportunity to ask.
Because I
He's
sure as
got
hell
a-
don't.
He's got a look of not quite right on his face, but I guess sincere wishful thinking. On your part as you proceed forward.
I'm getting the feeling this guy's a little agnostic.
I forgot. I keep forgetting to change scenes as we're going forward. So, going in, you got that, and then you got moving closer to the entrance, and so on. And with that, you are at the Shrine of Grieva. It rises from the sand like a half remembered dream. As I said, it's some of the columns are buried and worn and faded. A lot of the parts of the building look like they're going to collapse or be swallowed up by the sands. There are at the entrance, there are 4 worn columns, as I mentioned, that and a shallow stair that goes up. And a broken roof that lets thin bands of sunlight spill across a faded mosaic within. The air here is heavy, like your breath has weight. It's not cold by any means. There's a coolness in the air, but it's not cold. When you continue up, and at this point, the monks have cast a spell, and they're lifting the entire 4 slabs up off the cart, and it's kind of following you as you guys cross the threshold. The first thing you all notice as you cross over, the sound of your footsteps, your breathing, everything instantly muffles as you cross in. Your actual footprints, your boot falls, make no sound whatsoever. Even your own heartbeat feels distant. You see dust drifting in motes through the moonlight, very slow moving patterns, swirling up and down and across, as though carried by an unseen wind. Elder Marin bows his head. We stand in the listener's hall. Speak softly or not at all. What are you guys doing?
Rynn will grab her her sigil that she got from Grieva and touch something that seems very holy.
Okay.
And just close her eyes and project to Grieva.
Okay. First thing I'm going to have you do is roll a religion check to see if you can identify a symbol within the shrine itself, within this room.
14.
Yeah, you're kind of looking around, and there's again broken statues, and it looks like altars, and what would have been maybe a spot where a font would have sat with holy water, braziers off to one side that have long since been deteriorated into rust and what have you, or have been eroded by time. And you sense, though, and looking down, you notice this wonderful, colorful, but faded mosaic on the floor that covers the entire floor. And this is where the moonlight comes in and kind of highlights parts of it. That seems like the holiest, most important symbol of Grieva as you're entering. So, crouching down, you've got your symbol, and you touch it to the mosaic. I need you to make me an investigation roll.
$15.
You get the sense of you're in the right place at the right time. You should be here. But then you kind of get an image in your head, and it's almost like you're taking a step back out of yourself for a moment, and you're observing the mosaic itself in the larger scale, but yet you're not. You're still there looking at the patterns, but it's almost like you're stepping out of your body and looking down at it. And it's depicting a large slab of white stone being lowered into an underground chamber. And the stone slab looks eerily similar to the marble you now escort. And then that vision fades, and that's all you get. Anybody else doing anything? As you see Ryn's been acting weird this entire trip. Not herself.
Yeah, Jorrack's just keeping close to Rynn, a hand on her shoulder, steady herself, but he's never seen a place like this. He doesn't travel that often, not since the ship, so he's just gazing at everything, taking it all in.
Okay. So you're looking at everything as well. You can actually make me... you can make me a religion check as well.
16.
Okay. You're looking around, and again, you notice the wonderful mosaic as well, and you notice a lot of the crumbling things that are around the room, but you are noticing sigils that are in certain places and spots. They are all different sigils, very similar, but a lot of them are different sigils to Grieva. These are symbols of endings, rebirth, and sacred silence is what you're noticing. Solvarr, are you doing anything as you guys are proceeding forward?
I'm kind of keeping an eye on the actual marble, but I'm also drawing my attention towards the Tamarin just to see exactly what he's doing.
Okay. Two things. First, an Arcana check as you focus on the marble. And you're kind of looking around.
18.
Oh, yeah. With an 18, you kind of get, again, you're getting that hum, and there's like a pattern to it. And you've always known there's a pattern. You just don't quite know what it means. But as you look towards Marin and you notice those dusts that's moving about, it's moving with the pattern of the hum. The chamber itself is actually echoing the marble, almost in sync with it, like that echo again, like what you heard before from the stone of the ground with the marble. So you're noticing it now in this entire chamber. You're the only one that notices that at the moment. But then you look to Tamara and roll me an insight check.
1822.
His jaw is a little tight. Perhaps he knows more than he's saying, but then again, what monks don't. But he does. I mean, he doesn't seem. He seems a little troubled, and you do notice that. And as you guys reach now to the back half of the room, at the back of the shrine, you notice like there's a curtain of sand that's kind of gone against the wall, and a faint green glow pulses from the stone itself. Elder Marin just kind of smirks towards you, Solvarr, as he kind of meets your gaze for a moment. But he approaches with trembling fingers. The gate stirs, he whispers. She remembers. And we will do.
The gate, what did you say?
He says the gate stirs. Stirs, yeah.
Oh,
and
stirs.
She remembers.
So Kian
Yep.
would have walked up to the middle of the mosaic, kind of following along with Elder right behind him, and paused briefly to kneel and put her hands upon her unholy relic to the veiled warden and say a quick prayer.
Okay.
And wait to see if she gets any
well, you're
feelings,
actually
hints,
doing a
instructions.
direct reach out to a certain avatar is what you're doing at the moment. A very specific avatar at the moment. And with that, you now hear the hum from the marble and beneath the ground and the room. The mosaic seems to be bright and colorful, and you now get the sensation that you are getting an out-of-body experience looking down at this mosaic as a whole. And you get the image of a large white stone that looks very similar to what you're bringing, being lowered into an underground chamber. And then you come back to where you are kneeling in prayer and reaching that. Again, you're not getting an immediate sense of danger at the moment, or anything like that. Like it's just a feeling, almost like you were answered indirectly. Obviously they did not reach out to you, to make a personal contact, but you got something. and definitely was very clear with what you got. So at the far end of the shrine, as I said, is an enormous stone circle that is carved into the wall, a sigil at the center. Thin lines of jade green light leak from the cracks, pulsing in harmony with the marble's hum. You guys, again, now you all hear the marble's hum, but now you're noticing that this is pulsing along with it. The monks draw closer, and as they do, the sigil in the middle brightens. The marble lets out a shudder or a tremble beneath the silk covering. Its hum shifting from steady to expectant. The air grows a little colder and deeper. The door opens only to silence, Elder Marin warns. Breathe carefully. No word must break the listener's gaze. We have a wonderful skill check required at this point to maintain silence and harmony while tracing over the sigils on this marker. I need 3 successes before 2 failures. Your options are stealth, performance, or arcana. Jorrack.
Well, since that directive came, he's actually going to hold his breath and just try to be as still and quiet as possible.
Stealth.
So,
Okay.
Performance. I rolled a 17.
Can we roll the same as other people?
Yep.
Or
Yep.
okay, I'm gonna
Roll
go,
whatever you want.
I'm going for a stealth first.
my stealth was 6.
Okay, so that's 1 failure, 1 pass.
22.
2 passes.
Now we're going to do performance. 17 and 6 is 23.
Okay. So, Solvarr, you synchronized your breathing and your gestures, everything. Rynn, you've moved without a sound. You guys managed to get to the point where sorry, I'm just looking for something here. The sigil itself glows, and it gets brighter and brighter and brighter until it's almost blinding. You feel the door in front of you shudder, and then that circle that's on the door begins to actually rotate, and it opens as if the stone itself is just sucking it in. A cool, ancient breath spills upward from a spiral staircase below.
Oh no.
Stairs downwards. Oh boy.
As the final vibration fades and it's wide open, Elder Marin steps towards you. His quartz-veined hand rests on Jorrack's shoulder at the moment. Few have walked this far, he whispered. The echo, she'll remember your silence. And with this, he holds up Jorrack a thin jade charm with a sigil on it again. I mean, you all have what he offered before, but this is one item this time that he holds up. And he says, this is for the path ahead.
Thank you. He signs.
It's a jade charm. Once per long rest, you get advantage on a saving throw against thunder or psychic damage. But you must be wearing it. It can't be. It's not one of those things that you're just holding. You've got to kind of put it on. So with that,
Can you repeat what you get once per long rest? What?
Jorrack or whoever gets this charm will get advantage on a saving throw against thunder or psychic. These stairs spiral downward, carved from stone that glows faintly from within. It's not the same stone as the marble, but it also is glowing from within. You don't get the same sensation from it that you do from the marble. However, each step echoes, but only for half a second after you take it, as though the chamber is remembering your passage. Just like you make a step and it repeats it just to remember, and then it's quiet. It should be echoing like crazy as you're descending, but it's
Didn't
not.
we ask why we're going into this?
You're taking the marble where it belongs.
Still
Oh, I didn't know we were taking the marble. I misunderstood.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's coming along with you.
Okay.
The deeper you go, the colder the air is becoming. Your breath.
How do we get marble down the stairs?
Magic.
It's floating.
Oh,
It's floating. The monks. Yeah, the monks will still have it kind of levitating, and it's being moved down the stairs.
I was picturing
You're
it sliding
still-
down the stairs and squishing everybody.
Just let it go.
For those of you that know magic, you have there's powerful mages out there, but you've never known a mage that could actually move something of this weight. So there's perhaps something else is going on. You're not sure, but that's the way it goes. So your breath begins to fog as you go down. A couple of the monks that are holding lanterns, the flames burn green-white as it goes down, and they begin to they change from normal flames to a green-white flare. The marble is actually humming louder, and you guys all notice this. Even though everything else is quiet, the marble is louder, to the point where if you're standing right next to the marble, the vibration is being transferred through the monks, through yourselves, and into the stone and into the stairs. It's just everywhere as you go. And Elder Marin at this point looks around, and he looks at his fellow brethren and nods, and then he looks at you guys and he puts a finger to his lips. From here on, the air itself will keep score. As you're going, this isn't a group check, it's an individual check. You can try and manage the silence and being very careful with your footfalls. With the stealth, you can attempt to sense if there's a magical shift in the sounds, and use that to your advantage with Arcana or Perception. That's up to you guys. There's two ways of going forward. You see the monks doing a very stealthy, very quiet walk. And they have to make their rolls too. So. And that was close. Okay. So, Rynn, how are you proceeding?
Well, she's going to work on her natural feline agility and her dancer's grace to enhance her stealth.
Okay, I'll let you roll acrobatics instead of stealth if you like.
Okay. They're both +5, so.
Yeah. It will affect your DC. So
22.
Okay. As you're going and you're kind of leaping from step to step and cautiously maneuvering around, your every step you actually do make is soft. Everything is just same as it is as you're going down. Nothing changes. The vibrations don't change. The hum doesn't change. You're very quietly proceeding down the stairs. Kian, what about you?
Also a stealth and also got a 22.
Okay, same thing. Your footsteps soften. You can hardly even hear them at all as you're going. Everything is calm. Solvarr, obviously, probably you're flying.
Yeah. Pardon me. was actually touching the marble. I
Okay.
rolled perception and I got 19 on perception.
Okay. So you
I
would be
wanna
touching
know-
the marbles. You probably
I wanna-
landed on.
I just need to know whether or not is this marble willingly sacrificing itself for what's to come. Something is not sitting right with me.
You're not getting any sense of distress
Okay.
with that perception. However, with that perception, as you kind of land on it for a moment, there's actually multiple humps, and they're all in harmony. Yours, the marbles, and something deeper beneath the sanctuary. Yes, there's a hum from you're sensing your own vibrations, your own body vibrations.
Okay.
Jorrack.
Well, he thinks it worked last time, so he's going to just
no.
hold his breath and just carefully keep walking.
Make me a stealth roll.
11.
11.
Thum, 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 thum.
As you kind of go down a couple of steps, and you hear a like a sound of sand under your feet, and again nothing, and then you take another step, and a sharp echo snaps through the stairwell.
Oh, no.
Sigils around the walls and on the railing flare and flicker as if irritated by the sound.
Sorry.
I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw. And because you were landed on the marble at the time, Solvarr, you as well.
Dexterity saving throw. $19.
Okay.
Sorry. 16 for me.
Okay.
18 for Kian.
20.
Okay, nat 20. So you all take half damage. That snap that echoed through the stairwell starts to, you hear the snap and you hear an echo, and it starts to get louder and louder and louder until it's a thunderous boom in all of your ears, and you take 2 points of thunder damage. That's halved already.
Rynn looks at Jorrack with absolute venom in her eyes.
Sorry. I'm not good at this.
However, as you reach the final curve of the stair, Elder Murren pauses and turns, his voice still barely a whisper. For the most part, you've held silence well. For those not of the order.
What? Uh-oh.
Below this point,
Anything.
it will listen back. He places a thin strip of cloth across his hand.
Shit.
Wrap your boots for what waits. And you notice that him and the other monks are kind of at this point wrapping their boots in cloth so that it makes less sound. So is anybody doing the same? Does anybody have anything to do the same?
Jorrack will wrap his feet.
Okay. Solvarr is lucky he can fly. So,
I can fly. Yeah, I'm taking flight.
Kian, Rynn,
I
are you
lost
doing
my
anything?
sound. I don't have any sound. I don't know
Yeah,
what
Rynn's
happened.
having technical
We
difficulties.
hear you.
We hear you.
There it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
couldn't
we
be
hear
left.
you.
There we go.
Well, Kian would simply take wrappings off, say her arm or other parts of her body, and wrap them around her feet.
Okay.
instead.
Do you wrap your feet?
Okay, I missed all of that because I had no audio.
He put a strip of cloth, and then he just kind of says, "Wrap your boots." Is what he says. Wrap your boots, and
To
you see all the
muffle
monks.
sound.
kind of get down and they wrap this cloth around their boots so that it muffles the sound.
I don't wear boots.
Okay, so you just got your feet. Are you going to wrap your paws?
Okay.
No Puss in Boots?
No puss in boots.
Just pussyfooting around.
Yeah.
There you go.
You don't have to. I mean, it's your call. So,
I
Did
think
you have a
it should be
pedicure
quieter without.
okay. Those of you who
Yeah.
wrapped your footwear get advantage on your stealth check as you do move forward. So where are we at?
Oh, neat.
They see it's a long corridor. You see the stair spills into this long stone corridor. Emerald light pulses gently from carved sigils along the walls. The moment your feet cross the threshold, the hum in the air grows sharper, almost like glass. You hear your own heartbeat fairly loud. You hear your breath. You hear the faint scrape of fabric against fabric. Everything is louder, almost too loud. Elder Marin's voice trembles again, and he's barely audible. This is the humming hall. It remembers every sound ever made. And he is moving forward. So I'm going to get to you guys as you go. Is anybody doing anything before crossing the threshold? Was anybody doing anything before you cross into the hallway? Other than, I mean, some people have wrapped their footwear. Who's wearing armor? Are they wearing heavy armor? No? Okay. That's probably a good thing.
When he says that it remembers every sound ever made, that's when Rynn will put her hand on one of the sigils on the wall and try and commune again with Grieva.
Okay. You're not getting a response. It's not that it's cold to the touch or is it's rejecting you. You're just not getting a response. This is a group stealth check as you go. You have to move. You're gonna have to have 2 rolls. It's 30 foot and then 30 foot for movement to see what happens. So this is a group stealth check as you go forward. Now remember, some of you have advantage. And I'm counting the monks as a separate group, so don't worry about that. So they're not going to trigger. Okay. All right. So, Jorrack, what's your stealth?
That is dirty 20.
Okay. Solvarr?
Even if I'm flying?
Even with flying, you still could make sound. You're flapping your
Okay,
wings.
well, that happens to be a 7.
Okay. Kian?
14.
Okay, that is okay. And Rynn?
Also a dirty 20.
Okay. So that is 3 successes, 1 failure. As you move forward, you do cross the first 30 feet. You notice the monks are now at the other end of the hallway.
Are they freaking ninja?
They
They're
moved
monks.
pretty quickly through here without hesitation. I need another stealth check. And again, roll advantage if you have wrapped your feet.
19.
Okay, 1,
Yes.
15.
2,
19.
3. Okay.
15.
You guys all get to the other side with the monks. You're kind of looking as you're going, and very carefully you were doing this. And is anybody looking at this? Well, actually, you did, Rynn. You put your hand on one of the sigils on the wall. I need you to make me an Arcana check.
Nine.
Yeah, you're not sensing much of anything as you get to the other end of the hall. But at the far end, that hum softens and the sigils dim. Elder Marin bows his head. The echo has accepted your steps. Take this. And he hands out a token carved from stone. It looks like again, it's kind of squarish, but it's a carved piece of stone. You're not sure what kind of stone, but it's stone. And he holds it up. There's only one. He says, this will help your stealth. Okay. Puts it in Rynn's hand. You held your hand out. It is known as the Stone of Muffled Steps. Once per long rest, gain advantage on a single stealth check.
Nifty.
Doesn't seem to be a lot of coin in these people's possession. And these are, especially this guy, he seems to be giving out a lot of stone and rock and whatnot. So, but then again, it kind of looks like it's maybe a piece off of him. So,
I hope I don't have one of his scabs or something.
the next chamber widens into a circular room. The walls are smooth, polished stone, so reflective you can almost see your thoughts flicker across them like shadows as you look at them. It's like that deep, like when you're looking into a mirror and it's almost like it's so deep of a reflection, you think you can see your own thoughts. It's that crisp. There is no sound here. Even your breath is stolen before you even hear it. In this dead silence, your mind feels loud. A whisper touches the back of your thoughts, not a voice, but your own concerns reflected back at you with unfamiliar intent. So, at this point, Jorrack, what are you afraid of?
Being returned from where he came from.
Being sent back into slavery?
Yep.
Okay. Those thoughts begin to fill your mind, creating doubt, almost like internal echoes. Solvarr, what are you afraid of?
Snakes.
Big snakes with... Never mind.
Keep it in character.
Yes.
Snakes. Cats.
Losing my voice.
Okay. Your thoughts, where I mentioned at first your thoughts were getting loud, like a volume of your thoughts, that particular thought begins to obsess in your own mind to the point where even now your mind is silent. You have no voice. You're not making a sound. Your thoughts aren't making sound. Nothing. Kian, what are you afraid of?
Not sure how to describe this, but she's afraid of the image that might come into her mind is being trapped tightly, squished in a small oval chamber.
Okay, sort of like a claustrophobia situation.
Like in her egg.
Okay.
And above her, miles and miles and miles of ocean water above.
You get an image in your mind going back to when you were a hatchling Then going back further, you picture yourself inside of an egg with the glow kind of coming through that shell a little bit from light on the outside. You get the sensation that there is something outside that has eaten your other clutch mates. You are a solitary egg on a little shoal in the middle of the southern expanse with endless oceans around you, and you are trapped inside this egg alone. Rynn, what are you afraid of?
Her past.
Okay.
Or what she doesn't remember of her past.
You, all of a sudden, your mind is filled with images of people you don't recognize, but yet they seem familiar. A ostrich person, bird folk, a insectoid creature. You're getting all these images in your head, and then other images of people you have a tavern scene, and you recognize this. You don't really recognize, but there's a little goblin female running around helping in this inn, and you're getting all these individuals flooding your memory, and it's driving you to the brink of insanity because they seem familiar, but you don't know them. But then all of a sudden you get an image of this massive gate, a portal in the middle of a red-leaved forested grove. You get this voice in your head, an understanding that you are one and you have been blessed by it and given a second chance. And then all of a sudden, those memories go blank. And there's nothing other than the memories you have from the very beginning, getting aboard the original Tainted Heart vessel. I need all of you to make an insight check. As you're trying to center your thoughts.
Rolling good tonight, 17.
21. Keep these dice, Jorrack.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
Sorry, 17. I was muted.
Okay. So you all succeed. Those reflections, those images in your mind that's all consuming, they suddenly soften. And the chamber around you calms. A path opens on the far side, revealed by a dim green shimmer across the room, across the chamber. Anybody care to center their breath again, along with their thoughts? Now that you're readjusting, it's almost like, because again, you can't hear still. The silence is still there, and you can't hear your breathing, so you're almost second guessing the fact that you are breathing. So it's a little disconcerting. Or are you focused on this pattern of shimmering across? And there's other things all around this mirror.
Rynn is going to take a moment after that bombardment. She's going to just kind of gather her thoughts.
Okay, performance. Anybody checking out those reflections, reflective surfaces, shimmers?
16.
Where are those reflective shimmers? Is that the
They're
wall?
all around the room.
Oh, the walls? Okay, yeah. I'm going to check on one of them. The nearest one to me.
The nearest one to you, you get a pattern. These mirrors reflect thoughts, not sound, not vision. But if used correctly with the way you just did in centering your thoughts, they calm the mind and still everything. Rynn, your breathing it's slow. You know it now. You feel it. It's synchronized breathing that seems to be stable with the feeling. You can't hear the hum, but you still feel that humming. Sorry, I gotta do stuff. Matthew, goodbye. Blah blah blah. Matthew, Drew, hello, goodbye. I don't know where. Again, I miss all these things. Goose is always busy in there. He's always commenting. But other than that, so yeah, you guys make it forward, and this soft green glow as you're kind of approaching this shimmering pathway washes over you as the chamber kind of releases a hold. A small reflective shard detaches from the wall and settles on the ground. You can hear again. You heard that tink on the ground. You can hear your footfall. You can hear your breathing. Elder Marin looks to you, and again, he's still quiet. A fragment of the listener's memory, as he just refers to it. He doesn't reach to pick it up or anything like that. He just points it out to you guys. Of course.
Well, Jorrack will go try to put it back.
Rynn just reached out and grabbed it.
Oh, never mind. I missed it.
She's a cat. Everything is.
It's kind of weird when you touch it, and you look to where it fell out. It doesn't need to be replaced. It's already been replaced, almost like it grew another one. This is a shard of centered thought. Once per long rest, you can re-roll a failed wisdom insight check or just wisdom saving throw.
Interesting.
You get to this final barrier across the room, this shimmering, and this pathway that opens in through the wall. And it opens into kind of like a slight foyer-ish type space. And behind it is a massive bronze door that stands before you. It is half fused with the surrounding stone. There are concentric rings of sigils that are pulsing gently, dimming and brightening like a heartbeat. The air hangs, in the air hangs a single note, that harmonized note, a sustained trembling tone that vibrates in your bones. Elder Marin speaks a little bit more normal at this point. This is the resonance seal. It only opens when answered.
Jorrack looks to Solvarr.
What do you do? You guys can try anything. You can hum, you can sing.
I'm going to try and attune myself to whatever vibrations I'm feeling and see what will happen with that. And we still have this stone following us.
Yep, it's like you still. It's there.
Sure. I'm babysitting that damn marble. So,
yeah.
All right. What am I rolling to
Well, roll me performance.
Performance. All right.
So you're going to roll performance. What are you? Are you doing anything, Jorrack?
25. Just to let you know.
He didn't know what to do. He's just encouraging the bird to sing at it. He's just staring at everything.
Kian, are you doing anything?
Just step into the chamber, I guess.
And just listening to the birds.
Wait, listen. Yes.
Okay. Rynn, are you doing anything specific?
She starts to sway and dance to the rhythm of the hum.
Okay.
It's the only way she really knows how to.
All right. You can roll me a performance as well.
23.
23. And one of the three monks begins to sing alongside, and he quite a nice voice. And the sigils on the door flare. The tone shifts to match all of yours perfectly. Then again, the room collapses into silence. Not complete, but just quiet. The bronze door shudders and splits open, and slides open as well with a breath-like exhale. Yeah, that type of thing. Standing in the doorway where it opens are two of these individuals.
Oh boy.
Friendly monk. Minoosh monk.
The three monks you're with step back, including Elder Marn, and the marble itself moves back slightly away from these things. And then he kind of looks at you and he says, oh, well, you are here for a reason. With that, you guys can make me initiatives.
Son of a bitch, we're sacrifices.
Not yet.
Not on my watch.
We are showing that we're worthy of being here.
Jorrack.
6.
Okay, throw that dice away.
19.
My first rolls.
Kian.
21 total.
21. Nice. Just 1 second. 21. And Rynn.
18.
All right, so top of the round is Kian, and on deck is Solvarr. So Kian, what are you doing?
So the Elder Marin said we are here for a reason?
Yeah.
And this thing is facing us. What did it say again? Did they say anything?
These things? No.
Do they appear to be spirits?
They appear to be spectral.
Oh.
And
Okay.
aggressive.
And how far away?
They're right in front of you. You guys are standing in front of the door open, and they're there.
Hi. She gives a grin. Holds on her. Scimitar. Shield. Goes at him.
Okay.
That first one. 22 to hit.
All right. You draw the scimitar with a shing, and you swipe it out.
Scimitar plus 1.
Yep. And you swipe it out, and you hear the swipe of the blade through the air. And at first, it looked like the spectral image of this thing was shifting, but then all of a sudden, your scimitar connects. Roll damage.
Okay. That is a 8 total.
8. Okay.
8.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Solvarr, you're up.
You're muted.
Sorry. When
Okay.
I clear my throat, I always mute. Everyone is within a 10-foot radius of me.
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to start glowing a little orange, and we are going to put out the aura of presence, which is going to give everyone an advantage on saving throws against being frightened. That's to start them off. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're going to start off with that right now.
All right. Excellent. And that brings us to them. it will. Let's see who it's going to go. The first one is going to go after Kian. It is steps up or floats over, whatever, and it slashes out with its hand like a palm strike, and that is a 21 to hit.
That would hit.
That is 10 points of thunder damage. Wow! And you guys hear it when it hits, like wow, like loud. The other one is going to go for Rynn.
Okay, Rynn is going to turn herself into a spirit blender again.
Apparently, Rynn is wearing the jade charm too,
Yes,
which
apparently.
gives
So
her
that was a 22 to hit.
against the thunder damage.
Huh?
That was a 22 to hit.
No, I haven't swung yet.
No, it's attacking
it swung
you.
at you.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Okay, and that is 9 points of thunder damage. Okay, and that's the end of their turn, and that takes us to Rynn. You're up, and Jorrack, you are on deck. So now you can be a blender.
1 second here. All right. Uh, 17.
To hit, it hits. What are you hitting it with?
16. My fans.
Magical?
The one is and the other one's mithril.
Okay, so the one that is, you get what? 2 attacks with that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I will just let you know you might as well ignore the other one because it won't do any damage.
The mithril one?
The one that's non-magical.
Oh. Okay.
It has a damage immunity of non-magical.
Okay, then the second attack is 23.
Hits. So you get damage from 2 items. 2 hits.
Mm.
11 points and 10 points.
So 21. Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Jorrack, you're up.
The one that attacked Rynn. Well, no, he would have been more focused on the one that attacked Kian first. But he'll call out, "You're too loud. Be quiet." And I think I have one last charge on this. So he'll lash out with the chains of oath binding to try to bind it. It has to make a wisdom save of 14.
Fails.
It's bound for a round with the chains.
Okay.
And he's like, shh. And that ends his turn.
Okay. And that takes us to the top of the round. We're back to Kian. You're muted.
You're muted.
She will swing again at the same guy she first swung at.
Would that be
With her-
advantage because he's bound?
+1 scimitar.
Yep. He's with advantage because he's not moving. He's restrained. Looks like he's
And-
got chains attached to the floor.
With advantage, she said. Okay. Oh, that's going to hit. That's a 14.
Yep, it hits.
Okay.
Yes. Just. It almost looked like your strike was going to pass right through him, Then in the last second, he caught on something.
Oh, wow. That is 7 slashing magical.
Okay. There we go. Then Andy, your turn.
Yes.
Okay. That brings us to Solvarr.
Okay. Since one is bound, now it's time to bound the other one. So I'm now going to glow a little bit of red, and out comes luminous chains. So just like the last time, it's going to restrain the one target with glowing shackles, and they have to do a strength save to break free, and it lasts a minute or until dismissed.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the one that is unbound at this moment.
All right. So it needs a strength saving throw. Damn it. It fails.
Okay.
So he is bound.
We have them both bound.
Yes. So they are both bound at the moment. So therefore, that brings us to Rynn. You're up. They do not get an action. Well,
All right.
they'll do that after.
15.
It's with advantage, by the way, because they're both bound.
Oh, okay. So
So yeah, you hit regardless.
okay, and then the second attack will be a dirty 20 or a nat 20. I think I'll pick the nat 20.
There you go.
All right, so damage on the first is 8 points. And the second attack is 7, 8, 9 times 2 is 18.
18 on the second one?
Yeah.
Your second fan hits, and it almost turns brittle in front of, like, you see this this resin. It is actually it's a resonant spectral force in front of you, and as your fan is passing through, it turns brittle for a moment and then shatters like glass, and shards of emerald green fall to the ground. All of you need to make a Constitution saving throw as a wave of vibrational energy washes over the four of you as it shatters.
14.
And that's, by the way, this is for half damage.
Of course it is.
18.
16.
So no one rolled under 13?
No.
Okay, so 5 points of thunder damage.
Yeah.
As the sound of shattering glass just like overpowers your ears for a moment. And it's down and gone. And that was on Rynn's turn. So that brings us to Jorrack.
Well, I think the change only lasts for a round, so he'll go up and
It's
just
only
try.
a round, so he'll be free next round.
So he'll go up and he'll try to grapple him, just kind of hold him in place.
Okay, so roll the hit.
That is a nat 1.
Okay.
Wouldn't
You
get advantage?
you're not sure exactly
yeah.
what the. Well, yeah, it's with advantage still. No, it's not. Never mind.
You try that
Never mind.
again.
So it's a nat 1. You go to grab it and reach your arms around it, and you pass right through it.
Yeah, with advantage, that's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a swing.
Still would have passed right through it.
Okay. Darn.
Condition immunity. Grapple.
Well, he made an attempt, so
Exactly.
That's his turn.
Exactly. So, top of the round. Kian, that's you.
Okay, so the first one she was swinging at has been Shattered.
It is not held anymore, so you do not get advantage.
Oh, the other one was the one that was shattered.
The other one shattered. The
The
one,
one
that
on
was
you
Rynn
still up.
shattered.
Okay, so I just get to attack it straight with my scimitar. That is a, oh boy, lovely 12.
12 misses.
I know.
It literally passes right through it, almost like you can see ripples going around your blade as it goes
She
through.
resets her stance, and you hear this low
Solvarr.
come out of her.
Okay, so which one is
The
the
one in
that
front
I
of
found?
Kian is the one that Jorrack bound. The one that you bound was shattered.
Oh, okay.
Look at the chat.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
what I am
that's
going
true.
to do is noticing that everyone should be fine right now. I guess I'm going to glow red again. I'm going to glow red again, and I am now going to throw another luminous chain on the one that's still standing there.
Okay.
So they have to do a savings, strength
Strength.
saving.
And it fails. They're not very strong. So it's now bound there. So that was yours.
Now,
That takes us to.
was Jorrack grappling him at the same time? Oh, you failed that.
Yeah.
Jorrack went
He
right
failed
through it.
miserably.
You went like
and
shit.
Rynn, you're up.
Okay.
Jorrack ate with that one. 19, 20, 21. 24
Hits.
and 17.
And that hits.
7 points and 9 points.
Okay. Still there. That was on Rynn, and now it is on. It's bound. So that takes us to Jorrack.
All right. Well, he's like, fine, and he'll punch it, which for him counts as a magical attack.
Where's that hammer of yours?
Hammer's not magical, so it wouldn't work. Oh, that's a 12.
Misses. Goes right through it.
Damn it! Stay still. That is
And that takes the top of the round. Kian.
Oh, yes.
You do get advantage. It is shackled.
Bound again. Okay.
Shackled.
I'm swinging my scimitar at it. I rolled a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So that is
Yeah,
7
Goose,
points of
that was
slashing.
pretty fun.
7 points.
Yeah.
Still there.
He's our heavy
Okay.
hitter, and
that is you, and that takes us to Solvarr.
really-
Again? Oh,
Okay.
all
And
right.
now the shackles, now that you've done your thing, the shackles are gone.
Yep. Oh. I don't want to waste all my stuff.
I thought it lasted until it was
Oh,
dismissed.
until the end of your turn. End of your turn. So the shackles are still there.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You still get advantage to hit it if you want, because the shackles
Okay.
are still there until the end of your turn.
Okay. Well, I do have a +1 dagger.
There you go.
Pick, 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 pick.
Oh my God. Help me. Lord help me. Okay. Oh, what is a dagger damage for a dagger? Is that a 1d4?
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
+1.
1d4.
Plus your dex score or dex modifier.
Yeah.
Plus your strength modifier unless you're throwing it.
No, it's dex for a dagger. Oh, it is strength for it. Yeah.
We won't.
You're
won't
right.
worry
Strength
about
modifier. Sorry.
All right. Let's just go with the. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to cast spotlight on him. So I'm going to give a minor little twinkle, put the light on him. So everyone will have an advantage on their next roll to hit
So
on
the next
him.
person, yeah, anyway. So your next attack roll gets advantage on this thing.
Yep.
That's now
So allies
glowing.
have advantage on the attacks against him until the start of my turn.
The start of your turn. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that brings us to it. The shackles disappear, and it kind of goes like this in itself, and you see its skin or its resonance turn brittle, and it starts to crunch itself, and you guys hear shattering glass on the ground. I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, come on.
No problem.
Is he a suicide bomber?
No,
21.
he's not killing himself either.
Oh.
This is an ability they can actually do, and they do it on death as well. So,
Sorry, which saving throw?
Constitution.
18.
I see that. 18. You're taking half. Take 6 thunder damage. And you wanted to say something, Kian, as well as the saving throw? Were you holding up something to?
Sorry.
No, okay. So what was your saving throw?
What did I say? 21.
21. You're okay. So half damage, 6.
Yes.
Solvarr.
He pissed the bird off. I'm at 11.
11.
Yes.
Ooh, take 12.
Ooh. 12? Yeah, that's
12
what I
thunder
said.
damage.
Bird off.
Jorrack.
Yeah, Jorrack sees him like brittling up. He's like, come on. And he turns and uses the back of his shell to tank most of it. He got a natural 20 on that.
Okay, so it was
6.
6 half damage, and then you tanked most of it. So there you go. So that was his action, and then that brings us to Rynn. You're up.
All right.
Are there more there?
There's only this one left.
Oh, he didn't crumble and die.
He just
Nope.
did
No,
AoE.
that's what I said. He's not a suicide bomber. 16.
That hits.
And hang on. 18.
That hits.
7, 8, 9, 10 points.
Okay.
And 9 points.
Second strike comes in, hits again, and almost on the first slash, like just immediate contact, brittle, shatters onto the ground, but there's no wave of energy to follow.
Because he already used it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, he failed to recharge.
That's right.
I swear, Rynn gets like all the kills. That one's mine too.
As they shattered to the ground, and the sigils and the seals just seem to soften. That hum softens again as well, resonating through the chamber, almost like a warm welcoming. Elder Marin steps forward from the safety where they were back away from these things, and he
thanks for the help.
nods very solemnly to you. Says, the sanctuary accepts your voice.
Are the jade
And with
pieces
that-
still on the ground?
There's all these little broken shatters of what look like green emerald glass.
I might pick one of those up that doesn't
look
look sharp
valuable?
at all. One of the non-sharp ones.
They all look pretty sharp, but yeah, you can pick up a piece of glass and not cut yourself if that's what you're referring to.
By the way, she stands there grinning. Bloodied, but grinning.
Okay, so you take a shard, and with that, we're going to go We're going to stop that. Do that. And you're the only one that picked a piece up, and you guys walk into the chamber.
No, didn't Jorrack pick up piece?
Jorrack, did
I
you
was
grab a
going
piece of
to,
it?
but if it's just glass, I don't think he can do much with that. So he may leave it there.
So you step into the next room and kind of slides up this area now that it's open and it's opened up. There's cold air that's spilling into the chamber you're in from the room beyond as you step in, and emerald light flickers across your faces as you look to one another and you move in. Beyond the threshold, the sanctuary widens into a vast chamber. Sigils bloom along the wall in various patterns of pale green light pulsing like a heartbeat. The marble starts to hum in response, louder, deeper, resonant. Eldermarin stiffens. Be still, he whispers. Voice barely audible. It recognizes us. You see these, again, you're standing there, you're watching this. You're seeing these sigils shift and move and patterns, and the marble is humming, and you're sensing it, the shifting, and you can feel this weight. It's almost like you're carrying the marble. Like it feels like such a heavy burden. What are you guys doing? Are you, as you're kind of moving into this chamber that, and there is a kind of a raised platform in the middle.
What is Eldermarin doing?
He's coming forward. They're basically just escorting the marble. They're not really doing anything. Just following your guys' lead. You're
Following his lead. What do we do now?
Yeah.
Okay, before we go anyplace,
what are you doing when you're in this chamber? Like, what are you?
Rynn will scout
Are you trying
ahead.
to analyze the sigils?
Hold on, Rynn.
Are you trying
Solvarr
to?
is saying something.
yep, before we move any further,
Yep.
there's a bunch of us that could use a little bit of radiance of light
Yes,
to
I'm sure
heal
you could.
ourselves up. So I'm going to do that first before we move on.
Thank you.
And what is the charisma modifier? Charisma modifier. Charisma modifier. Charisma. So that's 5 and 4 is 9. And then as a bonus one, I get to do what was the one? No, that's fine. So we've got 9 up again. Okay.
Cool.
I just have to watch how much I'm spending here.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And Kian is looking much better.
Yeah, so am I.
So Rynn is going to scout ahead and inspect anything of
That's
interest.
beautiful.
Okay, so when you say inspect, like, are you trying to look at the structural parts of the room, the chamber? Are you trying to focus on those sigils and the patterns?
Well,
You guys are all getting the sense, by the way, this room is sentient. It is part of whatever's humming.
The sigils seem to be a big deal with all of this, so she's going to focus on that, but she's also checking to make sure there are no more hidden assailants.
Okay. So you can make an Arcana roll. What about Kian? What's Kian doing?
16.
Are we taking steps down into that?
Well, it's up to you guys. If you're entering the room, like Rynn's gone forward a little bit and is investigating the sigils a little bit and watching them, trying to analyze their patterns and focus on that. That appears to be what she's doing, watching them on the wall.
I would ask Elder Marin, do we put the marble in the middle?
You've got to put it where it belongs.
I see. So I'd walk out there to do some investigating of the sigils and the panels on the sides.
So you're looking at the sigils as well?
Mm-hmm.
Arcana check. What about Solvarr?
I am marching up to Marin, one wing out, and I am asking, how much further?
I think you see no other ways forward that you can see.
That hasn't magically appeared yet.
Right. And he's just like,
You
I've
can
never
tell
been.
by I'm not grinning with my beak. I have a stern look in my eye.
He's just like, I haven't been to this chamber before.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, aren't we special? Okay, I'm just going to sit back
And he's
and
like, yeah, apparently you are.
I'm just going to get back. I'm sitting back. I'm relaxing for a moment because I got to get my head together here.
All right. What about Jorrack?
Jorrack will go to kind of the edge and kind of sit down and let his kind of bandaged feet sway a little bit. And he'll look down at the big circle ring and be like, hello, we brought you a gift.
Okay.
Hope you like it.
Jorrack, make me an insight. For those of you that rolled the Arcana, the sigils
14.
pulse and move in time with the marble's hum. It's almost like they're preparing to receive it. Almost like a lock turning to accept a key. Jorrack, what did you roll on your insight?
That was a dirty 20.
This
Good
chamber
dice,
is
guy.
you're sensing a sentience here. No hostility, but something is waking up, reacting to either your presence or the marble's presence. Almost like a moment of recollection. It's the sense you're like that. Oh shoot, I remember that. You sense that. That would have been good for Rynn to do, but that's beside the point.
Does any of this look like explicitly Griva's?
All of it does. This entire place, this is a shrine to Griva. The entire thing is in dedication to her and different aspects of her.
Shrine.
The pulse quickens. The air vibrates. Something massive stirs as you're looking, Rynn, because you said you were paying attention to see what else is here on the far end of this circular room, in the shadowed, ridge and corner over. I would say corner; it's a round room, but you know what I mean. Like the most shadowed part of the circle. Something massive stirs in that far side. Stone begins to shift beneath waves of light, and with that.
It's the basilisk. Now we are not in the Chamber of Secrets. Hurry.
Oh my lord!
It's the Hulk.
As you look, this thing rises like the circular flat floor rises up to form like a dais. The chamber is reacting. Sigils brighten. The marble hum deepens into a low, trembling chord. The shadows behind the dais shudder and rise, and this massive figure steps out and steps forward, shaped from stone and vibrating light. Ruins glow across its surface. Its eyes burn like stars submerged in deep water. It raises an arm, not in anger, but in recognition. The chamber hums in unison. Elder Marin breathes. You can hear him like the resident guardian. That's what he says. Protector of the relic. It stirs because the marble stirs. And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode.
Like those guys.
Like those guys and subscribe to those guys.
Hit the bell.